I'm on. We're gonna teach you how to go to Fashion Week yourself because we've been doing this since I did my first Fashion Week in 2018. September 2018. Whoa, that's a long time. So we're gonna run you through everything from how to go to shows, how to get clothes, what happens behind the scenes. I know you've seen it, but we're gonna actually talk about it. Hang on. All the clothes that you see people wear, a lot of them are loaned. Not all of them. I feel like I just started really doing loans in the last couple years. If you're going to a show and you're being sat, a lot of the time you get dressed because they want everyone to wear what the collection is or the previous collection is. So for example, this is ALBERTA FERRETTI. I picked this off a line sheet. I just got here. I just tried it on for the first time. I got to make it work. It's a little bit big for me, so I have it like tied at the back here. I didn't know what I was getting, and I didn't know that there wasn't going to be accessories. So, like, I don't really have shoes to go with this, but again, we're just going to make it work. So sometimes you have to like finesse outfits to make it more your style, or sometimes you just get outfits that are like so not your style. Then you have to decide if like wearing the outfit and like pleasing the designer is more important than like your style and pleasing yourself. So it really kind of depends on where you're at in your career and like what you want to do. But most of the clothes are loaned, and I can walk you throughout the years what's been loaned and what hasn't been. I really didn't loan any clothes at the beginning. Like, I just wore my closet. You also just eat when you can. If your schedule is busy, back in the day I really wasn't going to a lot of things, but now when your schedule is busy, you eat a lot of room service. So this is a great example of not something I normally wear, but also fun to go out of your comfort zone. But yeah, I can't get it up. So I'm either gonna try to squeeze my body into it, or maybe I let all the air out, I can get it up. But you know, like, would I pick this normally? No, but this is a very new relationship for me, so I obviously want to wear the clothes that they provide, and I just don't know how I'm gonna get into this. Good morning, we're going to Max Mara today. So on the topic of pulls, how do you make relationships with the brands or the PR agencies to get pulls? You either find who the PR is for the brand. If you have management, they can maybe help you out with this, or a lot of the time, a lot of brands do their PR in-house, so you'd want to make a relationship directly with the brand, but a lot of the brands also have like PR agencies, so once you get a good relationship going with that PR agency, you can pull from the brands you want. But PR agencies also have a lot of brands, so you can reach out, you can go in, you can meet them, and then you'll be able to pull from specific brands. And then also, PR agencies also gift. Okay, so when you give back loans, this is a loan for example, I'll probably have to give back tomorrow. Like, you get it for no time, depending on if you're loaning it for a show, or if you're loaning it for just to shoot, you might get it for a week. You might get it for a month. You might get it for less than 24 hours. Just depends. Let's go to Max Mara.
Per strada no. Per strada no.
That's what happens outside of shows.
One more, one more.
Some people love to get glam for shows, and I have done it, and I will do it if I can get it for trade. I've also paid for it in the past, but personally, it's not something that I want to spend my money on. I want to save money where I can because Fashion Month is very expensive. So I do my own hair and makeup, and that's why I don't look as good as everyone else. I can't, you know, glam is expensive, and it's just so not worth it for me. The only time I find glam worth it is like big events and like big things. I just find it's just really expensive, and half the time I don't even like how my makeup looks. So I just do my own makeup. Hair is something I'm definitely willing to put a little more, like I would be willing to pay for, because I don't think I'm good at doing hair. But there's some people who get glam for every event, and that's cool. It's just whatever you feel like you want to spend your money on. I'd rather put a little bit more money and have a bigger room and more space to kind of like, you know, spread out or whatever, than to get glam. But getting glam for shows is very, very normal because there's so many photos taken, and I get it. Like, I totally get it. But I also love saving money, so. So a question I get asked a lot is if I ever get to keep the clothes, and most of the time you don't, but sometimes you get to keep like a bag or like an accessory, if you get to, because these are like samples for this current season, so they have to go back to the PR or back to the house so they can be sent out for like shoots or whatever. So if you do get gifted anything, it's usually at the end of the season, but you don't usually get to keep the clothes. What am I gonna do about my pants? No sunglasses too. Scary. I wish I was a model. Okay, also, the Milan show schedule is public, open to the public. So these shows are crazy because there's all these people who have the addresses. Normally the addresses are kept very secretive unless you have a show invite, but not Milan. All right, philosophy time. So the photographers outside the shows, they sometimes work for magazines, they work for like the designer, they work for themselves, for blogs, for getting images. Like there's so many different photographers outside the show, so they'll just be like a million people taking your photo, and then they'll end up places like you, I don't know, you'll find them like months later. You don't even know where they're gonna end up, but a lot of them are like blogs, publications, Getty Images, etc. Morning, Gucci! And at the beginning, I feel like, especially when photographers are starting out, you like make friends with them, and then you give them addresses because the other cities aren't. The schedule isn't public, so I would like make friends with them and then like give them addresses, and then they take photos of you and you become friends. It's nice. I have a lot of photographer friends now. Do I look like I have no neck? And yeah, now
they find you.
Now at shows, like, they know you're gonna be there, they like pull you aside, and then when one photographer starts taking photos of you, like the rest do. So it's kind of this like trickle down effect.
And then you know where to find the photos.
Yes, they'll also send you the photos, which is really nice. Gucci, let's go. I almost cried in that show, guys. I also almost missed it, which was like, I was the last person seated. Like, they grabbed me and they were like, "Let's go!" And I'm like, "Oh my god!" If I missed that, I would have ended it all. Anyway, a tip: if you're doing fashion for the first time and you're not invited to a lot of shows, totally fine. Go outside of the shows and get street styled. Wear a fucking sick outfit. Go outside of the shows and get all your photos taken. No one knows who's actually going to the show and who's not. I used to do that all the time, and honestly, still do it. You're gonna hit by a car. Yeah.
Didn't want to say anything.
Because it just gets you free PR. Why not do that? Okay. So we're in Paris now. A tip is to always have snacks. Maybe not chips, but go to shows, get street styled, even if you weren't invited. So how do you find the addresses if you weren't invited? There's a few ways. You can befriend photographers. Usually they have addresses. You can ask friends who are invited. And then obviously in Milan, this show schedule is public, so that's really easy. And then sometimes the addresses are online if you do a little research. So your next question might be, how do you get invited to shows? And it's pretty much just building a relationship with the brand or the PR agency. Especially if you aren't like the biggest, like the most amount of followers in the world. Just building that relationship, making them know that you're valuable, and like really getting to know the people in the brand so that you become like a friend of the brand is really important. Otherwise, if you have like, millions of followers, like sometimes you just get invited. But if you kind of on the smaller side, you have to really build those relationships because they're very important. And shows are only like 15 minutes, which is crazy. Usually they start late and then they're like, there's a lot of chaos, so it goes like long, like you have to kind of allocate like 45 minutes an hour. But the actual show from start to finish, 15 minutes usually, which is wild, so short. Like here, graffiti really ruins it, eh? Alright.
Give me the coat.
Oh god. Wait it for me.
Nice.
Okay, so the biggest question on the mall is why would you go to Fashion Week? And there's a lot of opportunity at Fashion Week for for brand deals. There's a lot of networking if you want to like elevate your brand. But there's just like everyone is in the city in fashion during Fashion Week. So if you want to take meetings, if you want to go to show, like everything happens. So pretty much the reason is to just like elevate your business and network. And then sometimes there's brand deals or gifting opportunities, etc. So that's pretty much the main reason. It's obviously not necessary to be a content creator. It's just like a certain little niche aspect of content creation to be in the like luxury space.